Guys, you're currently watching a clip from our weekly podcast, Never Onside. The full podcast is available in audio format on Spotify and in video format on YouTube. So go subscribe to us and press on the notifications. It helps us a lot. Thank
Move
you.
on to the trending topic for this week. As we all knew, Potter has left Brighton for Chelsea, and there were rumors going on since the past 2 weeks since he has left. Brighton have been linked with Roberto De Zerbi. So, not many people know who he is and what he has done recently. But if you are a person who goes through football Twitter a lot, you might know he is the darling of the football Twitter. Everyone absolutely loves him for the way he plays and the way he has been playing at Sassuolo and Shakhtar. So, just to give a brief history about him, so he has been managing for the past 6 7 years, and he has switched jobs for like in 4 5 clubs. His major like the breakout point of his career was when he was managing Sassuolo, and he consecutively finished eighth in two Serie A seasons, and he missed out on the last of his Sassuolo seasons with Napoli for the Europa Conference League. Napoli
Roma,
or
Roma,
yes,
Roma for
yes,
Roma.
only on the goal difference. So we can see Sassuolo and Roma, the player quality and the whole difference, but he still managed to give a fight to those giants. And then in Shakhtar, before the war between Ukraine and Russia, he won a Ukrainian Super Cup, and he was top of the league before he left the club. So his career has been quite good. He has in the past 3 4 years, a lot of people, a lot of eyeballs have been gone towards him for the way he has been playing. He likes so the whole philosophy of him is he likes to invite pressure. So there is a unique way where he says he likes his defenders to stop the ball with his soul, so sole of the
Hmm.
foot. So that what it triggers is the forward players of the opposition teams, when they find in the defender in that position, like he's slacking a bit with sole on the top of the foot, they want to pressure the like they are triggered to pressure the center backs. So that is what he likes. He likes to invite the opponents to pressure his team, play 2 3 passes between them, and whatever space is left between the last two defenders of the opposition team and his forwards, so he can exploit those spaces with 1 2 quick passing or maybe balls from the top. So that's his whole philosophy, where he invites pressure, somewhere like Conte, who likes to invite the pressure on him and then plays balls over the top. Son runs on the balls, or maybe Kulusevski or someone like that. So this is the whole philosophy, if we say. But he also likes to be position heavy. So he has been like 61% average position of his teams in the Serie A which he has played. And also the downside is he likes to have position, but that's why they lose a lot of position as well. So they have considered a lot of chances. So what we compare with Brighton in the past few years, are
Yeah.
a team solid at the back, right? So I guess that might change for a bit, and those who are on Sanchez or maybe in fantasy on Brighton assets. So this might be something which they have to look out for. They generally consider a lot of goals, but they score a lot of goals as well. So this is what I predict once he gets in charge and starts playing. This is the lineup which I predict he will play. And at the moment, Welbeck, who is fit to play, will play as a striker. But they have signed a striker called Undev. So once he's fit and match ready, definitely he'll get Welbeck, like take his place and play in his place. So he also likes to have like players constantly replacing positions and everything. So that is something even we saw under Potter in Brighton.
Yeah.
Many players are able to play different positions. So again, 2 3 philosophies which both of them match, and definitely Zerbi has the potential in him,
Yeah.
and he has the squad as well, which Potter has left for him. So it's a good combination. Definitely, he is due to succeed, and hopefully he can keep Brighton in the top half of the table.
Yeah. So for me also, the breakout point for December was this whole stint that he had, and he was being noticed by a lot of European sides because of his team's performance, the style in which he played. And there are a lot of similarities within Sassuolo and Brighton as two clubs, because both these sides don't have the firepower that their rivals have. So the Italian giants, the AC Milan, the Inter Milan, the Roma, the Napoli, such kind of teams, had a lot of firepower for them, but Sassuolo still found a place in the Serie A with two consecutive eight finishes, and they were somewhat of a giant killer as well. And now, if you see, also for the fact that team like Sassuolo also used to sell their top players to other Serie A sides, just like how Brighton are doing right now. So there are a lot of similarities in both the clubs, the philosophies of the club, and how they are operated. And also, if you check this map right here, a chart showing team stat about how both the sides play. Brighton in the current 22-23 season, and Sassuolo in the 2021 season, in which De Zerbi was in charge. You can see that most of the metrics overlap, except for the fact that Disabri encouraged more take on attempts, and Potter's side used to break faster. They used to do more counter attacking plays. So, except for these two facts, you can see that a lot of the metrics overlaps between them, and this shows that both sides are similar in the way they approach the games. And this is also a reason why Disabri was poached by Brighton and was eventually he took charge of Brighton. And as you mentioned, he likes to play in a 4-2-3-1, but Porto's side usually play with three at the back. So that is the only difference. But the players, after working with Porter, has a very fluidic system. Like they are willing to change the formation whenever required. Any tactical changes, these players are adept to pulling it off. So that is something which would aid Serbri as well. And if you look at Sassuolo, when De Zerbi was in charge of them, they were top in terms of possession, in terms of passing. And if you look closely, you will see that they like to pass, to give short passes, and also to give crosses which are really from near each other. Like they wouldn't be throwing in huge crosses, but it would be like that. They will give short aerial balls to the players in this penalty box, but they wouldn't go too aerial at all. So this is also a similarity with Brighton. And so if you look at his press conference, Deserbi said it's easy to start working with Brighton. It's easy because of Potter's work. So clearly, you can see the admiration that he has. He also goes on to say that there are a lot of players who are close to my idea of football. They have mental characteristics similar to what I want. They have the desire to play my football and be as brave as I want. The age of the players is really similar to what I had at Sassuolo. The mentality of the club and the owner is also very similar. There are similarities in attitude of the players. The Premier League and Serie A are two different leagues, but as clubs they are similar. So that in itself shows the similarity of both the clubs. How excited he is to take on Brighton, and also his appreciation for the players and the work that Potter has done. So this looks like a really good fit for me. But like he said, he is also expecting a different test in Premier League, which is good because he's not coming into it with a blind mindset. Yeah. So that is Disabri, and we will be looking forward to how he plays with Brighton, and how he can get the team to finish in the top eight or top half of the table at least. That would be the minimum requirement with the players that they have right now.
Yeah. So that was a good segment on Roberto De Zerbi. So let's move on